Okay, so I wanted to finish this out to show you how to document your sources, especially as you go, so that you make sure you have correct documentation practices. So on this, the Works Cited needs to have its own page, so that's why I moved it down to its own page. But let's pretend like I already have this is my quote that I'm using from that particular website. So I want to make sure that I put it in parentheses because it is word for word. And then I am going back to where I found, to the article that I found this. So I found this in, this is the author. So when it's 4 or more or 3 or more authors, then when in my in-text citation, I'd have to put in parentheses the author's last name, and then to show that there's more than one, it would be et al. And then it would be no comma, and then it would be page 888 is where it came from. Then the period ends after that. So this would be the correct in-text citation. I'm also going to teach you how to use signal phrase. So according to researchers, there's different ways you can use your signal phrase, but this would be your quote. And then going back to the original source, so I could also, I'm going to move this window over a little bit so that you can see the icons that we have available to us on the side here. So on this little envelope, actually that's email, it's been a while since I've used this. Okay, cites, this little piece of paper, notice it says cite underneath there. So I hit that icon, and then I scroll down to get my MLA citation, and then notice it said Aranuma et al. So I do need to put a comma after Aranuma. I knew there was a comma in there somewhere. Okay, notice the italics is European Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. So I'm going to copy this. And then go back to my document where I'm creating my citations. I'm going to change that to Aranuma, comma, to follow the citation formatting to make sure I have proper citation. And then I will put in this link. Notice it creates a highlight, and I don't want, of course I don't want that. So to get rid of it, you just keep the text only. But when you keep the text only, it gets rid of your italics. So I need to go back here and do italics. So I use italics. And then also with citation, it needs to be in alphabetical order. Notice I have a name because they don't have an author for this. And so since R comes before W, I'm going to cut this and put it before the other citation. So this is getting started on a proper works cited format. And that's the only thing I really wanted to show you more on this. But you get the idea about doing your research. So what I want you to do this week is go into the library databases and start doing the research. And by the end of this week, you should have your research printed out. And then once you print out your research, then you want to make sure that you are that you're reading what's being said. And then also I'd highly recommend that you highlight your document so that way you can find key information, and that you write notes, take notes. Why did this idea stand out to you? What did you think of this? So that way when you're actually writing your paper itself, you're interacting with the things that the sources are saying. So I told you I'd have another presentation for you at the end of this week that tells you how to integrate your research and interact with your research. So we'll have that for you by the end of this week. So that's all I have for you today, and I will